After clarity begins to return, something subtle happens. Not excitement, not urgency, not action. What shows up instead is curiosity, a soft curiosity, the kind that doesn't demand answers, the kind that simply wonders. You don't wake up knowing what you want to do next. You wake up noticing that the world feels a little bit more open than it did before. And that's unfamiliar because for so long, your life has been about responsibility, about follow through and doing what needs to be done. Possibility feels risky when you've built your life on reliability. And I want to talk today about that in between space, the moment after clarity returns, but before decisions are made, the moment that you start thinking things like, maybe there's another way. Maybe it doesn't have to be this hard, and maybe I don't need to burn everything down to feel more alive. Those thoughts can feel dangerous because high capacity women are used to certainty, not possibility. Certainty feels controlled, predictable, responsible. Possibility feels open. And open can feel unsafe when you've spent years holding everything together. I remember noticing this shift in myself, not because I had a new plan and not because I felt bold or confident, but because the tightness eased and that part of me that was bracing all the time finally relaxed. And when it did, my imagination came back, not in that grand visionary way, in a quiet, personal way. I started imagining how I wanted to feel and not what I wanted to achieve. And that was new for me because achievement had always come first. High capacity women are trained to measure progress externally, titles, income, results. But there comes a season when internal alignment starts asking for equal attention. You begin noticing how long your days feel and how much emotional energy certain conversations require, and how little room there is for you to just be. And suddenly, success without sustainability stops feeling successful. This is where many women make a mistake. They feel possibility and immediately try to turn it into a plan. And they ask, what could I do? How would I make money? What would this look like long term? And the curiosity shuts down because possibility doesn't survive interrogation. It needs gentleness and space. It needs permission to exist without being justified. And what I have learned and what I want to offer you today is this. You don't have to take action on possibilities to honor it. You just have to stop dismissing it. Possibilities is not a commitment. It's an invitation to listen more closely to yourself, an invitation to notice what feels lighter, an invitation to question assumptions that have been living inside of you for years. And this is why community matters so much at this stage. Not community that pushes you, not community that expects progress, not even community that turns everything into a goal, but a community that lets possibilities breathe. And that's what the VonSwy Recreation Station was created to be. A place where women who have carried a lot can explore who they're becoming without pressure and without compromise and without comparison and without expectation. Where you can sit quietly and listen and notice what resonates and let possibilities take shape at its own pace. And for some women, this season also brings a desire for a private conversation, not coaching, not fixing, just a place to speak honestly without needing to know where the conversation will land. And that one-to-one conversation exists too. Not to push decision, but to hold space where clarity continues to unfold. If you're watching this and thinking, I don't know what's next, but I know I can't ignore this feeling anymore, I want you to know that awareness matters. And you don't need to rush it. You don't need to monetize it. You don't need to explain it. You just need to stay connected to it. The links are below if you want that support while you listen. And tomorrow we'll talk about what happens when possibility starts to feel personal, when it moves from abstract to intimate. For now, just let yourself stay here. Possibility doesn't need pressure to grow. After clarity returns, for now, let yourself stay here. Possibility doesn't need pressure to grow. My name is Latasha Martin, also known as Techie Tasha, where I work with high-capacity women who desire freedom and flexibility and recognize that community is the key. God bless and have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.